I just drank a little bit of my grandmother out of morbid curiosity. My mom all passed away years ago when I was 12 and hit me severely in the gut with unresolved grief and depression. She has been cremated, and my mom left me the responsibility to keep her urn in my room. I've since made her a shrine in her memory. My mom has now moved into a new place, now lives across the states, and I'm planning to visit her in the next week. She requested I bring some of Mama to spread her ashes in the river, nearby her new house. Usually, she likes to do this when we find a new place or a beach, to take a little bit of someone we held close to our memory. Now, this is the first time I've touched the urn. It's never been opened since her cremation. I and my mother are very spiritual people, and I have the irrational fear that touching the urn somehow will cause some form of hex or misjudgment on my part, so I've never touched it. But I cannot take the entire thing with me, so I opened it and poured some into a tightly closed jar to take with on the trip. In order to get the ashes out, I used a smaller measuring cup to accurately get a portion out of the container. With this, a film of residue was left in the smaller jar. In my extremely emotional, vulnerable state and morbid curiosity, when I went to wash out the small jar, I took a few sips from the murky water. I've since put the urn back in its place and refused to look in my mama's direction. I feel so conflicted. This grief is coming back, and now I feel a heavy sense of guilt and weight, like a children who accidentally broke a vase. I'm not sure if I'm overreacting or I truly just did something back. Parts of me wish I never did this and told my mom I couldn't promise her wish. The other part of me is conflicted with the immoral action that I committed a meager act of cannibalism, if it's even considered to be that anymore. I'm lost, confused, and now thrown back into a state of grief as if a part of my very dead mama has risen from the dead and has come back to haunt me for this stupid action.